Of course, we all know the calming delight that is Stardew Valley, a story of inheriting your grandfather's old farm plot and starting over from scratch. But have you ever thought about why this game is so compelling and why it just feels right? From the farming, mining, and community building, there's something written into the DNA of it all. Well, hidden in the very gameplay of Stardew Valley is something everybody experiences in real life, whether they know it or not. It can bring about great harvests in your life, or leave you with nothing. What's woven into Stardew Valley and your own life are principles, and if you take the time to learn how to apply them, you can transform how you live your life, much like how you transform your farm in the game. The first principle you see in the game is the actual plot device for the entire game. When you first start off, you're leaving the city to go to the farm you inherited from your grandfather. Your character has their own return to nature moment, something so powerful it's psychologically and physically written into humanity. Who knows? It may have been the reason you even decided to play Stardew Valley in the first place. You enjoyed the scenery and the calming nature. Even some of the other characters talk about how calming nature can be. Some of the characters even talk about maybe they should get into nature more. And that's kind of highlighting my point of the very principle that humanity is meant to return to nature in some form or fashion. There's even studies about how the brain chemically responds to nature. I mean, think about why you like games like this and even Minecraft, because it helps you get that feeling of going back to nature. And that's a principle you can easily apply, like I was saying. You can just go outside from time to time, take some moments. If you got a mailbox, walk to your mailbox, literally enjoy and smell the roses or flowers. It can do wonders. When you take the time to apply that principle that we're all meant to go into nature for some amount of time, you'll find that it's going to start bringing back a little bit of peace in your life. And you can use that to go forward and do some of the things that you really want to do. And even one of the first things you can do is one of the first things that you do in this game after you get your farm plot, is you can start building the foundation of what you want to build. And building foundations take a long time. When you just look about the foundation that you use for farming, you gotta clear everything out, start tilling the land, cutting down trees, breaking rocks. You're putting in all this work and effort. And some of it can even be fun and rewarding. I mean, that's kind of another reason why this game works so well. All these little things, clearing out the foundation, getting it ready, and preparing for your first harvest. So you can see how the game is just clearly trying to get you to realize the point. It takes a while to do things. It takes a while to build a strong foundation. The other thing that they do in the game is show you how foundations of relationships actually take time as well. You have to first meet everybody, then after you meet them, you talk to them, bring them gifts, take the time to really get to know them, and even have some cool little relationship events with specific NPCs. I know everyone here who's played the game before probably has a certain NPC that they like the most. That's great. In order to get to the marriage event, you can't just go from 0 to 10 hearts and beyond. You gotta start with little things over time and build up that foundation. So now that you've laid your foundation, you can start sowing some seeds. The other thing that Stardew Valley shows is the law of sowing and reaping. As a farmer in this game, you can directly apply this principle without having to go out and spend a bunch of money buying a farm and the seeds and all the equipment. You can kind of just experience it right here, which is great because you can see how what you sow is what you reap. You don't sow a turnip seed and get a potato. Now, the other thing that shows you too is when you do sow potatoes, sometimes you get more than one potato. Sometimes you get an abundance. Just like in real life, if you sow corn, you don't just get one corn for one seed, you get multiple. Because the law of sowing and reaping means what you sow is what you get. What you get back in more abundance. And kind of tying back into the foundation, what you sow, you will get asterisks eventually. It's not immediate, and sometimes it's unpredictable. In fact, sometimes it might just come out of nowhere. But you will reap what you sow. So go out there and plant some seeds. Whatever that may be. In life, you can make this whole metaphor that, a seed, if you're doing like YouTube, for example, every video you make is a seed that you plant. Every script that you write is a seed that you plant. Eventually, will come time for the harvest. So, now that you've planted some seeds, it's time for the harvest. Or is it? Want the harvest later. Because like I just mentioned, before the harvest, there's a delay. See, the other principle you get to practice in this game is the principle of delayed gratification. You plant the seeds, you wait, you gotta water the seeds, so delayed gratification isn't just sitting around. It's like that next level of patience. Taking care of your harvest, you're watering it, you're keeping the crows and stuff away from it, and it takes time. I like to think about it this way too. Let's say in real life you did plant a tomato seed and it's starting to grow and you get impatient. So you dig up the seed and you're like looking at it and you're like, why isn't this growing anything yet? And you put it back and you do that every single day. Will it ever grow? No. Because you gotta be able to have a little bit of that delayed gratification, that active patience almost. That's another reason I really love this game too, because Stardew Valley, from start to finish, is like lessons from a farmer. You gotta build a foundation, which takes time. Sow the seeds, which takes time. You take care of the harvest. You water it. You take care of it every single day. Just like with the relationships too, you gotta take care of that from time to time. You don't just instantly get what you want, but at the end of it, you do get a lot. Kind of tying into it is like the saying, every prize has its price. As your farm continues to grow, you get to plant more and more, harvest more and more, and so if you really want to get a lot of money, you're gonna have to pay the price for that prize. You gotta buy seeds, you gotta buy fertilizer. You go in the dungeon, you start mining things, you get some minerals, get some copper so you can start upgrading it. All that in the game takes time and kind of also takes money in order for you to start making more time and more money. Question is, in real life, whatever that prize is that you're looking for, are you willing to pay the price for that prize and work it all the way through till the end? But you still might be saying, yeah, I get all that, and the game is fun, but why is it like this fun? Well, I like to think about it this way. Where else are you currently able to be the captain of your own ship? Even in the game, you start off as a JoJo employee, just like, man, I can't stand doing this. And you open up that letter, and you're brought to the farm. You get to actually own your own thing and be the captain of your own ship. Now, understand that's difficult, but it is so rewarding. See, the lifestyle of Stardew Valley is hard, but you're naturally attracted to it because you get to actually choose what you want to do, plan out what you want to plan. You know, instead of being told of what to do, you get to choose, you get options. You don't get all the options at once, you have to still work for them. You got to work even harder than you thought. But the reward of like, hey, I did this, I grew this, I planted it, I harvested it, and I get to reap all of the benefits and rewards. That, I believe, is another principle that really, for the most part, people like having that ownership. Whether it's ownership over their life, ownership over a farm, a business, there's something to it when you're like, man, I started it, I created it. Just like if you were to start your own YouTube channel. Yeah, it's not easy, you know. Some people, yeah, they have like their first couple videos and they're getting a lot of views and they're like, boom, kind of like real quick success. Even if that's not you, but you know what you want and you know what you're willing to fight for, you still get to be that captain and get to do your thing and feel excited about it. This game has so much to offer as well. You can customize what kind of pets you get, you can customize your house, you can customize your farm. It's all custom you. You always have the choice to do it. And you worked hard to achieve that choice. Because after you've dreamed big and you put in a lot of work to build a foundation, to plant some seeds, worked on them, you watered them, now you get to have the harvest that we talked about earlier. Now you can enjoy it. When you can enjoy it, like we just talked about, it's something different because you created it and earned it. And the harvest is always more abundant than what you planted. Whether it be actual, like the potatoes, you plant one potato, you might get 2 or 3 potatoes. You plant the beans, you have something that recurrently makes beans for as long as it's in season. Same thing with the strawberries. All that abundance that you worked hard, all that season that you were farming in, you now got some money in the game. Related to real life, you work hard, maybe it's getting the money that you're looking for. Or maybe you're trying to lose some weight, gain some weight, or just simply, you know, move it around, whatever it might be. But now you can enjoy the harvest. And with what you have left over, start your next batch. Plant some more seeds, get some more seeds, get ready for the next season, because the next season will always be coming. So when you take these lessons from a farmer and apply them to your life, you set yourself up for a great harvest. Now that you know how to work like a farmer, do you have the persistence for it? Maybe this video right here can help you learn how to keep planting even when it's hard, even when there's a drought, so to speak. Let me know in the comments your most fun farming moment in Stardew Valley. Hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching. Go out there, be impactful, and be excited. I'll see you in the next one.